You've probably heard that Zuriel has passed away, but I wanted to make this video to share with you what happened. We laid Zuriel on the ground on a sunny November morning. This decision was not an easy one, but you'll see why it was the best for her in the end. Zuriel was my Extreme Mustang Makeover horse who was auctioned off at the event in September of 2021. I lost track of her whereabouts as she changed hands, but later found an ad for her on Facebook Marketplace. I picked her up in Colorado last summer, hoping to give her a soft place to land, to rehabilitate her, and to hopefully find her a forever home. The gal I got her from had done what she could for Zuriel, but wasn't planning on a long-term project. She had already had Zuriel for almost a year when I picked her up. When I got Zuriel back to Texas, we worked with hoof care professionals, body workers, chiropractors, and veterinarians to begin unraveling her physical issues. Zuriel was in a lot of pain, and over time the reasons became clear. There is a very important ligament in the horse called the nuchal ligament. The nuchal ligament forms the top line of the neck and is the foundation for the crest. It's a very strong elastic band which runs from the pole to the withers. The nuchal ligament plays a crucial role in supporting the neck and head, assists in raising and lowering the head smoothly, absorbs shock and reduces strain on the cervical vertebrae, and helps to maintain correct posture and alignment. As you can see, it's a very important ligament. I know you didn't click on this video for an anatomy lesson, but I knew it was important to mention because of what I'm sharing about Zuriel. Zuriel's nuchal ligament was severely torn. The most common cause of nuchal ligament tears in horses are pulling back when hard-tied. Even a small pullback can cause a tear, and many horses experience these injuries without ever being diagnosed. It affects their performance and daily well-being, but Zuriel's tear was extreme. You could feel where it had balled up in her neck. Now knowing what you know about the nuchal ligament and what it does, imagine the amount of pain she was in. We know Zuriel passed from home to home, but somewhere between homes 2 and 3, before she got to the girl in Colorado, she suffered a severe jaw injury that prevented her from closing her mouth properly. Of course, this affected her ability to chew and caused significant pain just to eat. After auctioning Zuriel off at the Extreme Mustang Makeover, I went home with the motivation to find a better way to train, and that's when I found positive reinforcement. I firmly believe that all horses, but especially Mustangs, deserve a gentle introduction to training, and I believe positive reinforcement is the best path forward. In 2024, I launched Positive Horse Training's Academy with Level 1 and Level 2 courses. Zuriel was one of my example horses in the course. She learned all the Level 1 behaviors and did amazing, but you could see that, even with all of her progress, she was never truly comfortable. Standing in the pasture with her herd, she still had a severe pain face, wrinkles around her eyes, tight lips, and signs of discomfort. While positive reinforcement helped her learn new behaviors, it couldn't address the underlying pain. Kinesiology, taping, body work, chiropractic care, and veterinary treatments couldn't fix her torn nuchal ligament or the broken jaw that healed improperly. If you wonder why I'm against hard tying now and harsh training tactics, this is why. During one of the chiropractic visits, I bluntly asked the vet what she would do if Zuriel was her horse. She immediately responded, "I would put her down today." The moment I heard those words, I knew it was the right choice. I had been considering this since last September when we confirmed the severity of her nuchal ligament tear, but something in me kept hoping I'd find a solution to ease her pain. Euthanizing a horse is a big decision, and I didn't want to rush it, but after wrestling with it for over a year and hearing the vet confirm the extent of Zuriel's pain, I knew that this was the kindest thing that I could do for her. There's a podcast episode that really helped me during this process. It's called A Good Death by Shelby Dennis with Milestone Equestrian. I recommend every horse owner or aspiring horse owner listen to it. It's a hard episode, but such an important topic that goes untalked about in the horse world. Now, I have to and want to own my part in Zuriel's story. When I picked her up in April of 2021 at the beginning of the Extreme Mustang Makeover, I really didn't know what I was doing. The training methods I had learned back then are not ones that I would ever use now. I no longer agree with 100-day Mustang challenges. I don't believe anyone can do it while truly considering the horse's mind, body, and spirit. I also don't believe in auctioning off Mustangs or horses to unknown homes. Honestly, I don't think project horses are a good idea anymore at all. If I could go back in time, I would do almost everything differently, but of course I can't. All I can do now is what's right for the horse in front of me, learn better ways, and walk forward in integrity. When people see me now, they make fun of my gentle training methods, calling me names. But what they don't realize is that I used to train harshly. It's precisely because of the outcomes of those methods that I work the way I do now. If being gentle, patient, and building a true partnership with my horses makes me a pansy, a snowflake, or a snack lady, then I'll proudly be all of those things. We laid Surreal to rest on a sunny November morning. It was one of the hardest days, but she went as peacefully as I could have hoped with Causey by her side. After it was all over, my vet put her hands over Surreal and said, "She's no longer in any pain." That was such sweet reassurance that this was the right choice for her. My vet was wonderful throughout the entire process, gentle and slow with Surreal. She reassured me constantly that this really was the best choice. About 2 weeks later, I received a very sweet note in the mail from my vet.
I wish all humans had your heart and did right by both the horse and the people involved. I know none of us hope or even expect your journey with a horse to end the way it did for you and Surreal, but I hope you find comfort knowing that after everything she has been through in her life, you gave her peace. Surreal was very lucky to have someone advocate for her the way you did. I consider it a huge privilege to be a part of your final act of love. Keep rescuing horses, keep training them, and never quit being their voice. You are a true inspiration.
In the end, I'm glad I was able to be there for Surreal. I'm grateful I had her for over a year at the end of her time here on Earth. I hope her story will help others turn a new page in their training and that we can all learn from her journey.